We are in Simi Valley at Evan Weller Racing with AJ and Evan. Later. We are in Simi Valley at Evan Weller Racing with AJ and Evan. They have a whole lot going on out here, and the last time I think I was here, we were ripping up the golf course right over yonder in Country Club Assault, and it was sick. We got to thrash the golf course. How tight was that?
Yeah, that was a fun day.
It was a hectic day.
The good old days.
Dude, we almost got sued from the people for
destroying the golf course.
Yeah, who would have thought? We're like, oh, we got like 2 off-road cars. It's not going to be that bad. Yada, yada, yada. Since then, these guys have won a lot of races with the Honda team and a handful of other guys like Will Heaton. Who else?
Sure. Who else?
Who else? You guys?
We do Ultra 4 stuff. We do some trophy truck stuff. AJ does tons of 6100 trophy truck gears.
Yes.
Pre-runners. We had a lot of really nice differentials and some luxury pre-runners that have like been on all sorts of different things. I don't know. That's cool.
Probably 80% of the Terror builds.
How long you guys been doing third members for?
Short course days. I don't know. What was that 2011 and a half, 12?
With Mayan?
Yeah, we started with Mayan. So we wanted to take as much stuff in-house as we could. And he got us to learn from a lot of smart people, and we just started doing it ourselves. And ever since then, AJ's kind of made it his full-time job over here at Evan Weller Racing to build diffs.
This is your zone right here. This is all you, dude. Stay out of it, man. I'm gonna get you a palm tree for over here. Some other cool stuff.
It's the cleanest spot in the shop.
What's the giraffe's name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Geoff.
That's tight. We'll kind of do a walkthrough and show you guys some of the other programs that they got going on here from everything. But today's focus is on the third members. These are some new bad boy stuff from Gearworks. Why don't you give me the in-depth and showcase us and share whatever tips and tricks and trade secrets you want. I don't think he'll give you everything, but I'm sure that will give you just enough to understand the process when you're trying to get a third member set up for the power that you're going to be running, the durability you need, the tire size. There's so much that goes into it. I mean, we got all your different axle sizes here, which is just massive. Looks like you got tons of stuff for pressing on bearings and
all of the tools. Yeah. If you go near AJ's tools, he gets pissed. I mean, he's got.
I just touched your shaft, dude.
Yeah.
Don't touch your shaft.
It's all a bunch of stuff just to make the assembly process smoother and make sure we don't have anything bad happen. So.
All right. So, say someone wants to order a third member from Evan Weller Racing. Explain the process that you would go through for someone looking for a third member like this. I know we kind of bounced ideas back and forth about 4 or 5 different times on gearing. I'm going to be running an Fortin underdrive, which will help save the ring and pinion because it's taking a lot of load off of normally the pinion brakes, right?
Yeah. So the cool part about the underdrive,
on that high of a ratio.
Yeah. So when you go to an underdrive, you're able to run a taller ring and pinion, so it gives you a much larger pinion itself. So the pinion is a lot stronger, but then all that load gets transferred into the case. So you have to make some adjustments on the opposing side to make sure that you're not destroying the case, essentially. So underdrives are awesome, but the problem just goes somewhere else.
And I think what Gearworks has done is they've figured out a new case that this is one of the first that you guys have seen that you guys have been able to put together, and that case has some modifications. So we'll get into that in a minute here, but I'm a consumer. I call you. What are you going to tell me if I need a third member? You're going to ask me horsepower, tire size, what's all the goods.
Basically what we're trying to do is find out what the customer has and what we can build that's within their budget to maximize the potential of their car. If some guy calls in, maybe he can't afford a trophy truck diff, we can help him out with used stuff, anything.
Yeah.
These guys, they can email us.
Yeah,
You
can magnaflux their stuff too, make sure it's good. Yeah.
Well, the amount of takeoff trophy truck parts that are out there is crazy. So like the weekender guy who just wants to get a 10-inch ring and pinion setup. Like initially, he wants to go out to the desert and have fun. It's like, okay, here's a cheap way to get into it without having to spend $1,200 on a ring and pinion. So we try to not do that all the time, but for the most part, if someone has a scenario where they don't have the budget to go and they spent all their money on buying the nice case, like, okay, for the first go around, we'll set you up with a takeoff 6100 ring and pinion that we bought from someone or we got somewhere and it magged fine and the pattern's good, and then we're able to sell it to someone and they can go put another 1,200 to 5,000 miles on it, because they do go a long time when they're not being raced.
Yeah,
absolutely. So these are the 2 third members for Jaws. We got a couple very small differences. Same 411 ring and pinion. But this is the new Gearworks case right here with several advantages versus an older case that's been around without many changes for quite a few years, right?
Yeah. These cases had been around for a while, and they work great. Spec trophy trucks, all that stuff. So this old guy is from, let's see, 2013.
Been around for a minute.
She's old.
Seen some miles.
She's got some miles on her, so it's good to time these things out, and we can maybe offer this to some pre-runner guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a brand new trophy truck case, but over the years there's been a lot of variations to these cases, and it seems like every time Jeremy at Gearworks does another run of them, he makes subtle changes that most people aren't going to notice. But there was some in these ones that I wanted for yours, because you're going to be over 1,000 horsepower, big tires, and you're
that
driving.
Just makes me giggle. Like every time you say that, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have that shit. We're gonna kill ourselves. But
and that's what's so cool about working with a company like Gearworks is they're never just stuck at what's the most cost effective and we can make the most margin here. They're always trying to build better components, whether it's coming with a better stud design or a wider bearing spread or adding material here or whatever it might be to try and reduce deflection, because that's ultimately what kills these things is case deflection and bearing preloads going away and things just loosening up over a race or a certain amount of heat. So it's just all trying to stay on top of it. And then with the added progression with the bigger tires, the big horsepower, the bigger bumps with all these big old all-wheel drive trucks, things are just getting a little crazy.
We're gonna have to race against those. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna probably have the most fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Fun.
So give me the rundown on what Gearworks has done on this new case that we're getting a first look at versus the older OGs that haven't been changed at quite some time.
So these studs right here have been opened up, so it's wider. These caps are wider, which is just helping on this load right here.
Awesome. Compared to that. So,
compared to this guy.
I mean, we're talking...
But it
looks like a solid, 1/8, 3/16 quarter inch. I mean...
Yeah, it's a big
difference.
It's a big difference. It's good that Jeremy is always trying to improve, and he's got a company like Strange Engineering that he can go to, and those guys are the kings of NHRA. They've done and tried everything. There's a lot of people out there who are trying to reinvent the wheel, and Jeremy's working with a company that's already been there, done that. So when you deal with Jeremy, you're not wasting time. He's
awesome.
Yeah, we don't want to be learning on someone else's dime. We want to just provide them with the best parts that we can, so that way they don't waste their time going out to a race and breaking.
Yeah,
So
and
we
that's
just want to.
that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. I mean,
Looks like they added a lot of meat here too.
Yeah, they added meat there.
Yeah.
There's a
Ton of meat.
case meat. There's stuff inside. I can get a brand new case.
Wow. Yeah, there's a ton of meat there. Let's.
AJ, this is one, right?
Yes.
So
Ooh.
you can see the insides.
Ooh.
This one will be for a spec trophy truck.
So yeah, that's sizable caps difference. You can totally see even on the GoPro, and then all this meat here, man. That's huge.
Yeah, and these cases, these
Meat
studs were
here.
actually coarse thread, or the coarse thread into the case on these studs,
Mhm.
and fine thread up here, and then the threads stopped right here. So essentially, that's where your threads stopped. The new cases are fine thread, and the shoulder of the stud indexes into the case, which just adds tons of strength right there.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't want to shear right at the top
Yeah,
of
no.
the threads.
so you can see they go
Ooh.
deeper, because that's one of the studs.
Yeah.
Or this puppy.
You don't even see it.
No, it's
Kind
not
of
even
poke
there.
through right there.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah, stud. No stud. That's rad, and obviously just by looking at it, you can see this is the biggest noticeable difference.
Yeah, they had
Is
that support rib there and this big old massive rib. They thickened up the case quite a bit, and they just last a lot longer. I mean,
Yeah, they're a lot heavier than aluminum or billet third members, but
Tried and true.
this case will still be racing in 15 years. Guaranteed.
yeah,
Somebody will have it. Where the aluminum ones, we run a lot of those in like short course trucks, and they get pretty hammered out there just in short course races. So.
no, we're not talking Mexico across the rock whoop section along the beach that has rocks the size of your fist that are like the small size, and they're going through. I've seen guys go through that. I personally have gone through that at last year's 500 at speed, and you just hear shit bouncing off of everything. And every time you hear one of those noises, you're just like,
ting, was that a drive shaft?
yeah, was that a drive shaft? Was that a brake line? Is that like
Yeah.
what? There's so much stuff that's susceptible to it. So what they're trying to say is like, by not reinventing the wheel, sticking with what works, not trying to worry about weight and all this other stuff, these Gearworks cases have been proven through thick and thin for many years with Strange and everyone else.
Yeah,
We're running a Motive gear. It's a 411 again.
tried and true.
Jumbo 36 spline axles.
Big dogs.
Look at that thing. Don't you wish it was that big? And it has all ARP hardware,
Yeah.
right? I've seen a ton of ARP stuff that you guys
ARP.
stock.
ARP is awesome. They're actually a local company, a very, very good company.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to go up there and do a tour with them recently, but the COVID thing kind of screwed that for us. But sooner than later,
We have
great company.
one other difference too on these specific setups. This is a factory finish from Motive, so we did not touch or do anything to this ring and pinion. This ring and pinion is basically, like I said, a factory finish, and then we went and we cryo heat treated and rem polished this ring and pinion to see what kind of wear and life expectancy we're gonna get out of these. This is gonna go in my truck, and I'm gonna be a lot more abusive than our customer's truck, and it does add a little bit of cost and time to it. And Motive didn't have both the ring and pinions. So with that being said, we were like, okay, let's get the gears down here. The other gear came down here. Then we waited on the cases, and we weren't quite ready for both of them anyways. But this is a huge, vital component to finishing races, having the gear selection right, and the latest and greatest to give us peace of mind. And I know these boys are badass mama jambas. I mean, look at the shit they work on. Look at their shop, dude. Like, it's tits. It's freaking tits. So I'm excited.
No, that'd be cool.
Me too.
Yeah, this combination with some Maxima Pro gear, that's the ticket. We We tell all our customers Maxima Pro.
Yeah, you guys run Maxima and everything. You said.
Yeah, we run the performance gear oil with this finish from Motive, but anything that's rem polished or anything that's like post processed with our little post processing that we do, always use the Pro Gear. Cool. That stuff is good. I've never seen a gear oil that works as well. We've gone through the Swepco stuff and a lot of other brands, and Maxima seems to be the most consistent. It always holds up.
Shout out to my boys at Maxima. They're out at El Cajon, Santee area.
Yeah.
They're my peeps.
Yeah. Plus that SC1 stuff smells so good.
Oh, dude, the air fresheners.
Yeah.
Well, let's do another shop tour. That's the rundown on these third members. We're gonna beat the hell out of them, and
we'll test them.
Yeah, we're gonna give them our best. Oh, yeah, that's your own custom machine part. Give us the breakdown on the yoke. We're running 1480s.
Yeah, big old 1480 yoke. So we had I don't know, it was Baja 1000 2 years ago. Big old silt bed. And we had to go around silt bed and some bushes and tore up a pinion seal. Ever since then, we've never had a pinion seal go bad. But when you're down in Baja and you're having to drive through bushes, we put a freaking big old ring over it because you don't want to get something wrapped up in there. And
yeah.
So.
And is this your billet bearing?
No, this is Gearworks. So we buy
Gearworks.
Gearworks is the most consistent. We buy
you
their
just put
supports.
You just put your sticker over the top of their shit. That's so people know who's actually putting it together to make Gearworks' shit live.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, we love working with them. They're a great company. They've been around for a long, long time. They're obviously a part of Croyer Racing Engines, and they do some pretty amazing stuff out there in Vegas. And we always like dealing with Jeremy over there. He's awesome.
I've texted him, called him late at night.
Jeffrey's still chilling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just kind of hangs out. He doesn't do much.
The best part about these pinion supports is, they come in many different variations. So if you're going to run the third member upside down, Gearworks has another pinion support for that. They have ball bearing pinion supports. And Jeremy's always consistently
you cover it up with your seal. Do they manufacture that normally that's tapped and threaded for you guys?
No. So this is how they retain the seal. So normally there'll be two little tiny quarter 20 fasteners that have an oversized washer, and that holds the seal in place. And then they put a ring on, which it works. But I just had that one thing happen, and ever since then I just made a ring, and it's.
And that's all you. Are there other people doing that?
I think I've seen something out there. It's like they have some steel rings that are out there, but I don't know. That works for us. It's a consumable part. I mean, you don't want to have a seal exposed.
True.
And, it's a very, very small thing, but I didn't want to ever have that happen again because it
make all the more difference.
It sucks changing a diff because an oil seal went out in the middle of Baja just because you drove through some bushes.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to probably move quick. I have 4% on the GoPro. I didn't charge this shit on the way here. Let's do a rundown. Show everybody, unless you don't want to show all the trucks.
Yeah, we don't gotta do it right now. I'm sure it'll be back at some point. Maybe we'll have some other shit in here.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose this clip with only like 3% back.
Yeah, no, that's fine with me.
Well, as you can see, the Eisenhowers. Shout out to the Eisenhower brothers and Parsons sticker right here on the desk.
Yeah.
Tom's. What's up? Motive Gear. What's up? You boys are making your way to the top when it comes to third members. I don't think there's anyone in the scene, in the SoCal scene, that hasn't seen one of your trucks out there running these, and we're gonna have 2 more in the near future. Mm-hmm. Much love, boys. That's what's up.
Thanks for coming out.
Let me get you guys some money. I'm gonna have to send you a check in the mail because I didn't expect to be up this way, and they're like, they're done. So let me write you guys a little IOU right now. Take a picture of my credit card just in case that shit doesn't show up. Yeah, but yeah, these things are about to be like, oh dude, damn it, they're much harder to turn than I. That's good. That's good. I was gonna make some crazy engine noises and turn it all fast, but that's not happening.
Yeah.
Kook City. Hopefully you guys learned something. Evan Weller Racing here in SoCal. A couple boys that just have been clawing their way to the top. We're stoked to support them on these Jaws builds. And if you're in need, hit them up, and they'll take care of you too. Rad dudes. Much love. Again, it's going to be a late night by the time I get home, but we're used to it. Comment your thoughts. Let us know what you think our top speed will be in these Jaws cars, and how long you think these will last. I think you better guess high on all the above. Later.